Hello, everyone. Welcome to another channel review session. I know some of you in the past know that in the past I would sometimes stream for like 6+ hours, but I'm not going to do that today. I don't have that much time for a super long session. I have time for about 1 hour, and with the signups I probably have room for two more. So if anybody else wants a channel review, there is a link in the description, and if you fill that out, then I will consider you for today's session. But okay, so yes, there's a link down below. For those of you who already registered, you should have gotten an email saying that you were approved, and I will be prioritizing those people first. So if anyone who registered is here right now, let me know, because I do prioritize those who are here live, and those who aren't here live, well, then they can watch the replay. So let me get started. We'll let people trickle in, and I'll get started with my usual presentation. Let me make sure that my microphone is working. It is. Awesome. Okay, so I always get started with just this little presentation just to give everyone some context. Okay, so welcome to this session. This session specifically is dedicated to YouTube channels who are using it for business growth. So I work with business owners and entrepreneurs who are specifically working to obtain leads and sales with their YouTube content. I want to share just a little bit about me, just so that all of you know what's possible for you, and just to reassure you that you're in good hands, especially if you don't know who I am, if you haven't been following me for a while. So a little bit about me. I am a Kajabi expert and also a former TEDx intern. I was interning for TEDx for 4 years throughout college, and that's why I learned all about YouTube, marketing, branding, sales, the list goes on, and now I'm one of Kajabi's listed experts. If you don't know, Kajabi is a great software platform that I actually recommend to YouTube entrepreneurs, and it's just an all-in-one platform that allows you to deliver products, make websites, do email marketing. You could even make your own app on there. The list really goes on with Kajabi. There's so much that they offer. I started my YouTube business with $17 in the bank, and I now run a 6-figure-a-year business. And again, I show you that because you can achieve great things as well in any niche. There's so many niches that I worked with that were able to achieve amazing results as well. I was actually fired from Panera during COVID, and that pushed me to launch my YouTube business in my college dorm room. And I was really motivated to obtain more business education. So at the time, I was a broke college senior, and I actually sold my blood plasma so that I could attend Tony Robbins Business Mastery. And that's where I got even more knowledge and skills. And I now work with some top YouTube brands, many with over 100K subscribers, and everything that I teach comes from experience. These big YouTube brands hire me because they see that I understand how to build a back-end business on the YouTube channel. And so today, during these reviews, I'm not just going to be I'm not just going to review like the content. I'm really going to be mainly digging deeper into the offers, into the website. And if anybody signed up who doesn't have those yet, but they want to, I'm just going to be giving you some pointers and some things to think about. So how this is going to work: you must have filled out the form below in order for me to consider your channel. Again, I will favor reviewing those who are here live, and still pay attention and take notes if I'm not reviewing your channel, because you can gain a lot of insights just by listening to the critiques that I give others. The recording will always be available. Just go under the live tab on my YouTube channel and you can always refer back and watch it. I do allow people to get another channel review after a few months has passed. So after a few months has passed and you've incorporated some of the suggestions that I made for your content and for your website, feel free to sign up for another review, and I'm happy to review, your updated channel content and website. Many in the past have asked me how to leave a tip. I did put a link in the description. This is never expected, but it is appreciated. The best way to thank me is just to spread the word that I do these channel reviews and that I'm here to help. At the end, I'm going to tell you more about my YouTube Business Bootcamp. This is high-level support. There's 3 different tiers that you could choose from. There's a link in the description with more details, but I'm going to share more at the end about this. So to start this, I want to begin with an analogy. I want you to think of your YouTube channel as a house. When people first visit your house, They're going to gain an instant first impression and then decide if they want to stick around, keep revisiting, invite others, and eventually buy what you're selling. They will if your messaging and your branding is clear and appealing. They understand what problem you solve and for who. They receive value from your content. They get to know, like, and trust you as the expert. And today I'm going to help you establish a sturdy foundation and ensure that your audience understands your channels and your business's purpose. So these are the components of your house I'm going to critique today. Again, this goes above and beyond just content. I'm also going to be reviewing your funnel and your website. And if you don't have that, I'm going to be giving some pointers because I think everybody who I'm reviewing today, I've worked with their niche or someone in a similar realm. And so I really want to get you to start thinking that way, because that way you can truly monetize your knowledge, your passion, and your skills before you have this huge subscriber base, before you get a ton of views. And that's how you can truly act like a YouTuber and a business owner. So who will go first? So again, I have some people already registered, and I am going to, unless someone mentions that they're here, I'm just going to go in order. So the first one to register was Brian from Biohackers United, and his website is biohackersunited.com. So let me pull up his site. And Brian specifically asked a great question, which I actually want to address first before I dive into his content, because this is beneficial for everyone. So Brian asked if I have any recommendations for thumbnail creation AI software and also software to edit videos. So let me address the question about editing videos. So this one really depends on your preference. My clients who are more tech savvy, many of them gravitate towards Adobe Premiere. So you can check out Adobe Pro, and I forget how much it is. They're always changing their model, but Adobe is really good if you're really savvy or if you want to learn a more advanced tool. CapCut is a really popular tool amongst YouTubers and anyone creating content. And CapCut, all of these, check out tutorials online, but CapCut's really good. iMovie is good for like basic editing, and Microsoft also comes in with a built-in video editor as well. Those are good. Those are basic. Those are free. And so you could check those out. But CapCut is a really popular one. And again, it's all preference. So editing softwares, it's kind of like a cup of tea. Everybody has their own preference. And so I encourage you to start free trials of these, see how you like it. And then, just see which one works better for you and whatever style you're working to achieve. In terms of thumbnail creation software, so there's actually one that YouTube released within their platform. And I actually recommend starting here because, just as like a note, everyone, whenever a platform like Instagram or YouTube or any of them, whenever they create their own software or their own feature, you want to utilize theirs because they'll actually favor it. And so YouTube actually has a new AI software. Here, let me show it to you. Let me share my screen. It's called the Inspiration tab. And so you can use the Inspiration tab, and this is AI. So this actually helps you generate thumbnails and title ideas and even descriptions as well. Like, it'll give you an outline. And so this is a good place to start. It's not perfect, as you can see. I'm pretty sure this is in beta. Like, this doesn't even make sense right here. But you can like play with some of these. And so in your case, Brian, let's look at some of these topics. Okay, let's put the ultimate guide to brain health. You could type it in, the ultimate. You sometimes need to put in just basic words. So if you put brain health in here, then it's going to recommend, look at this, brain hacks for better content creation. So I think that this is catered towards the niche of the channel. So obviously I talk about content creation, so I think I put the two together here. But look at this, how sleep affects your creativity. So I would actually recommend using this, even though it's not 100% perfect, because YouTube's going to favor it if you're using their tool. Exercise your brain. So yeah, you can use this, Brian, and you can even make it your own a bit. You can maybe add in your face or your logo. You could just download it. So let's say you liked this. You should just be able to download it. Where is the button? Let's see. Yeah, you could just save it. save it, and then you could give it a name, and then obviously it'll save to wherever you have it. So Brian, I would recommend starting there. ChatGPT is good as well. There's another one that's on the tip of my tongue. It starts with the letter M. What's the name? Now I want to find it for you. AI software. What's it called? It starts with the letter M. Oh, I know. It's called Midjourney. Midjourney is another popular AI tool that many of my clients use, and that one is like really advanced, and you can create some really specific images. So you can start there with Midjourney, YouTube, and then ChatGPT. ChatGPT, not many people know you can make thumbnails, but you just gotta like give it the right prompt. So I hope that helps. If you have any more questions about that, Brian, then you can just look up tutorials on YouTube, because that's one of those things that's always getting updated. But starting with your review, Brian. So I don't think Brian's here. So Brian's going to be watching the replay, which is all good. That's why I stream these on YouTube, so that people can easily watch the replay, because I know people have children and jobs and other responsibilities. One of my clients is actually in LA, so, you know, they've got a lot of stuff on their plates. But okay, Brian, so the first thing I'll say about this is you have a great profile photo. You know, this looks very professional. And this is important because if you remember in the presentation I gave, a lot of these elements serve as a first impression. So your profile photo, that's kind of like something that represents you, kind of like a statue. I got fun with this metaphor here. The banner is telling people what the channel is about. And so I really like your profile photo. I think it looks a little bit blurry. I think we could maybe increase the resolution on that. And also, your banner looks very intriguing, but it doesn't tell me what you do. And so we want someone to be able to tell, like, in an instant what you do. And you can hear from the name of your channel, but I would recommend having a banner with a really strong tagline. And I think you have one here. So let me read this, make it bigger for everybody else. As a biohacker, I completely submerge myself in neural enhancement training and visionary. These branches train my brain. This is great authority, Brian. This is really amazing that you have all this experience. You went to retreats, train my brain, with my body equipped with new, fully by my creative company that could. Yeah, so like some type of tagline that says something along the lines of, you know, like helping others enhance their brain health with biohacking or something like that, like helping people solve problem with this method. So, you know, helping people improve or enhance their brain health through biohacking, just something like that, that would tell me in an instant. Links in about sections don't work, so I recommend editing that out. You already have it down here, so it's clickable down here, so I would just remove that so that there's no confusion. Teach you how to channel energy through body. Awesome. So it looks like you have an academy, which is awesome. I'm going to take a look at that after I look at your content. Then I'm going to look at some of this other stuff because I really want to dive into what you have here. Again, links don't work, but I do want to check this out myself. So we don't want people to copy and paste, because on mobile, it's harder to copy and paste a link, just like how I just did. But Brian, we got a missing or a broken link here, I should say. You'd be surprised, everyone. There's YouTube entrepreneurs who come to me and they're like, all right, I wonder why I'm not getting any sales for my course. And then I look a little bit deeper and it's like, oh, well, you know, your link doesn't work. So how could people even make a purchase? So maybe, Brian, you're aware that this is broken. Maybe this isn't an offer that's ready. But if it is, I would encourage you to fix that link. All right, let's see what else we got here. So yeah, Brian, let's make a better banner. And what you could simply do is you could just go to Canva and you can type in YouTube banner and it'll give you some really good templates. I also have a template in my freebies section down below in the description. If you click on freebies, you can access my banner template, and then you could just replace my text and my images with yours. But even Canva has its own templates. Like you could take any of these and add in a photo of you, add in your own tagline. Like something like this could be good. Like something just really simple. We can have that tagline. We can, we could even say what your website name is, biohackersunited.com, and it'll just really establish authority and help people know in an instant what you do. So let's add that in. Let's see, I see you're posting shorts. I'll check those out in a second. My biggest recommendation for you is your thumbnails, because I'm seeing here that you're focusing on really good topics. We have really strong keywords like biohacking, anti-aging, brain health. I'm sure cryotherapy, I don't know what cryotherapy is, but I'm sure it's really relevant to your niche. And so it's great that you have keywords. However, let me show you something. If I go to YouTube and I type in biohacking, by the way, people have been asking me, because I live in California, how I'm doing. I'm totally fine, by the way. I'm not by LA. Appreciate those who shared, though. Oops, I misspelled anti-aging. I just want to show you, Brian, that if you type in biohacking anti-aging, you'll see that like the thumbnails that appear, like I just want you to notice them. Like notice how this one, for example, has a clear picture of, in this case, it's 2 human faces. This must be like an interview. But in your case, if it's just you talking, I would just have it be a photo of you. Notice how there's a few words of text. It's very clear what it's about. And same thing for these. Like I'm noticing a trend here that in your niche, thumbnails that do really well are pictures of a face on one side and then simple text. Notice how the text here is very intriguing. Do this to slow aging. Like, doesn't that, like, you see how that brings intrigue? We will live to 200. It's like, oh, no way. Like, I actually want to click that. I mean, let me just add that to watch later. This is very powerful. Let's see, 5 biohacking tips that will completely change your life. This is great as well. And Brian, I know that you asked about AI tools to help with the thumbnail, but I don't think you need it. I think just a photo of you with like a solid background and clear text would be perfect. And you can use a tool like Canva. Even the free version is phenomenal and will help you to create, thumbnails that look like this. I would recommend that. Do you see why somebody would be more likely to click on one of these videos versus one of yours if they came up? Because like when I first look at this, I get like a kind of like a medieval vibe. That's the vibe I'm getting from this channel, is medieval, because I'm not good with histories. I don't know what time period this actually is like, but this seems like a history channel almost. And that's not exactly what your niche is. And so I would even recommend that we go back to these old videos and we just swap out the thumbnail. Now, it looks like to me, let me just check. Yeah, so you have like a podcast vibe, which you can continue to do, but like something about this image doesn't really communicate biohacking to me. So maybe we could just swap out this image. For the thumbnails that for the videos that you already have, you could just swap out the thumbnails, or you can completely repost them. Oh, let's see here. I think talking head videos, Brian, are best for you. Like I'm looking at your most popular videos, and there are ones where you're actually talking to the camera. You see this? It's like you talking to the camera. And so this proves that people want to learn from like a person. Like if someone is interested in this topic and they go to YouTube, they'd much prefer to like see and listen to someone talking versus like just audio. And I'm like, you could still do this, but this might be more suitable for a podcast platform like Spotify or Apple or whatever the other one is. I think it's called Anchor. These would be more suitable for that. So maybe in the future we could just simply film you, and it doesn't need to be anything fancy. Just like what you have here is great. And I think that could be a huge game changer for you. So yeah, it's totally up to you what you want to do with these past videos. If you keep them on here, I would just recommend changing the thumbnail. If you want to completely re-upload them, you can. I would just consider swapping out the image. And some of these old videos, even the ones that maybe got 9 views, 5 views, if just by changing the thumbnail, then you can get more views. But yeah, Brian, overall, let's see what else we got here. Overall, you're very consistent. with content. I'm actually really impressed with how consistent you are. You know, it looks like you're posting multiple times a week, which is amazing. And so there's no time on this call for me to like listen to an entire audio, but what I would recommend in your future videos, if you're not doing this already, I would always have a call to action to your offers. So in every video, you could say something like, "Hey everyone, like if you got value from this, and then I recommend this product. It'll help you with exactly I explained today." You know, tie it back into what the topic was for that day and how it can help them. Let's see, welcome to biohacking course. Same thing with the course. In your content, talk about the course and what it can do for them. It's funny, like a lot of YouTube entrepreneurs are wondering, like, oh, I wonder why I'm not getting sales. But then, like, you watch their content and they don't have the call to action in there, and there's no link in the description. I see we have your blog in here. Let's see. No, these aren't even yours. This is somebody else's blog, somebody else's website. So it's kind of like you're promoting theirs. You got jewelry. Let's talk about your offers and let's put the links. And that can be just a huge game changer for you. Shorts. So I used to really focus in on shorts. I don't as much anymore. You can definitely, I'm not discouraging people from posting shorts, but I would look at your data, Brian, and just make sure that your shorts are attracting your target audience. Because sometimes shorts, it's just shown to a broad random audience that's not actually about the niche. And so I would just do a check. Like I'll give you an example. So my target audience is really focused on people in North America because they're just the ones who would benefit the most from my products. And then the price point is really catered to those people. And I was looking at my analytics and you could actually see like how people came across your videos. And I saw that none of the videos that were recommending my shorts had anything to do with my niche. And they were in different languages. And I looked at the demographic and it was like a lot of like really young people, like between 12 to 18 years old, were watching my videos. And I was like, okay, that's not my target audience. YouTube obviously isn't showing the shorts to the right people. So I don't post them as much anymore. I do every now and then, but it's not a main driver for me. Shorts are good if they appear in search. So for example, like you see how shorts are appearing here? That's good if they're appearing in search, and you know, then that means it's showing it to the right people. But other than that, if it's just going in the shorts feed, there's no search traffic, then it's not always worth it. So I encourage you, Brian, to look at your analytics there. And then I see your podcast here, which is good. One last thing I'll say about your content before I move on to your website is I would utilize your community tab. So you have access to a community tab where you can make image posts, you can run polls, you can give people updates, you can offer your products. A lot of people, what's the word I'm looking for? They underestimate the power of the community tab. And so you'd be surprised that more people look at those posts than you think. And it's just a really great place to engage with your audience, remind them that you exist, because you have over 1,000 subscribers, but that doesn't mean that they're all engaged. Many of them are subscribed to you, and this is just a good way to like re-engage them through the community tab. And you can even recommend your videos. You could say, hey community, you know, I just released a new podcast about XYZ. Go check it out. Let me know your thoughts. It's just a great place to, you know, really give this a community feel. Now, Brian, I want to go over your, oopsies, didn't mean to close that tab. I want to go over your biohacking course. Welcome to the biohacking course, providing a healthy dose of biohacking to help extend your longevity. That's great. So I'm seeing return on investment, extend your longevity. I'm seeing biohacking. I'm wondering if this is like really catered to a particular demographic. I actually know someone in my local community who focuses on biohacking, and they have like a particular target audience. They specifically help entrepreneurs. They chose to do this. They chose to help entrepreneurs with biohacking, and they explained the results. They said, like, because this can boost your productivity, this can help you serve clients better, you know, like this can help you like have more energy when you're making content. And so her branding is all speaking to that person. It's very powerful when you speak to one person, because then it's like, if you try to talk to everyone, then you kind of talk to no one. And that doesn't mean that my friend doesn't help people who aren't entrepreneurs. She totally does. But because she's so specific, she really attracts that target audience like a magnet. And so maybe you could choose a particular target audience. For example, maybe let's say you chose parents or people working in corporate. That way, when those people see this, then they're like, oh, wow, I feel like he's speaking directly to me. And they're way more likely to actually make a purchase. And again, this doesn't mean that you're being exclusive. If you want, Brian, you could check out the video on my channel. It's called How to Find Your Target Audience. On the thumbnail, I'm holding a little magnifying glass. I probably posted it like 10 videos ago. So if you want to check that out, I dive deeper into this topic of how to hone in on someone while not like excluding others. Okay, so this is good. You have what's biohacking, the biohacking course. Awesome, 49 bucks. Key areas included. So yeah, there's a lot of benefits here that aren't like communicated up the front. For example, like let's say you were helping parents, then we can have something in the headline that calls out that problem. Like instead of saying welcome to the biohacking course, you could have something like more specific. So for example, I'll show you mine. Like you could see that mine is like really specific. I'm really clear on like what I help people with and what they're going to get with it. And so for example, if you were like, the biohacking course for parents, helping you reduce stress with your children, get more sleep, and improve. Like you could just be more specific with it. A lot of this is broad, which is it's good that you're trying to be all inclusive, but it's kind of like we're spreading ourselves too thin a bit. If you want, Brian, I'm going to give an opportunity at the end to schedule a call. I think I forgot to put that in the description. Actually, I'm going to email it to you. I'm going to schedule a link if you want to book a call where we can talk more about how we can put this all together in a long-term plan. I wish you were here now so that we could like go back and forth with this. But since obviously you're not, I'm going to give you that opportunity if you want to take it. What people have to say. Good. You got testimonials. Amazing. Love it, love it, love it. Proof of what people say. Founder. This is long. It's good. It's just a bit long. I would ask ChatGPT just to make this like a bit more concise, because it's been shown that like when you display a lot of text, people actually get visually overwhelmed and they don't read it. Whereas they're more likely to read it if it was like half this length. And so you could still include everything that you said here. We could just maybe make it more concise, and AI is a great tool to help you with that. But overall, Brian, like this is a good page. I just think that we could be speaking like more clearly to someone. I'm actually curious. Let's see. I'm just looking here. Some of this could be on the main page. So for example, I think that this curriculum should be on the main page, because having this information on this page could actually give someone more of a reason to click on it, because they see what's in the course, they see the deliverables, what you're going to cover, the lessons, the objective. I would move like the objective, curriculum, and benefits to the front page. That way they're more likely to actually get to that point. Let me make sure your button works. Perfecto, it does. Again, I've seen people where their button doesn't work and they're like, Ari, I haven't gotten any sales. And it's like, well, where can I put in my credit card? And they're like, oh, yeah. So I don't want anyone leaving money on the table like that. But great job, Brian. I mean, this is phenomenal that you've gotten this far. I think you have really sturdy foundations, really amazing content, and just with a few tweaks here and there, like, man, we can really be getting you great results. You have a good amount of views. I mean, 16,000 total is really great. And if we just have a better funnel process, if we make these people aware of your offers and the page really speaks to them, I mean, you're golden here. You really are golden. I hope you believe that for yourself, because I really can see it with you. But okay, Brian, you're in a really good niche. That was a fun channel to review. I want to see if anybody else is here who registered. Hey, Dave. How's it going? If you want to register, Dave, just go in the, there's a link in the description. And if you fill that out, then I will review it. I'm just looking right now. But yeah, I need you to fill out the form in order for me to like know the right links and all that jazz. Because some people have multiple channels and I never know which one they actually want me to review. Okay, so next we're gonna do the next one to register was Amar. I don't think Amar's here right now, so he will watch the recording. But let me show you Amar's channel. Amar's really off to a great start. He's got some videos up. Seems to be in a good niche. Okay, here we have Amar. Oh, wow, Amar's a little baby. Just kidding. He's 17 years old. That's great that you're starting this young. Be really proud of yourself because there's a lot of people your age who are just getting into drinking or, like they're not really productive. They just consume content, but they don't actually put any content out. So really big kudos for you for putting yourself out there and, being this consistent so far. Be proud of yourself. This is no small feat. Okay, so first thing I'll say is this banner here says, wherever you go, there you are. That's a nice statement. I mean, it is true. Wherever you go, there you are. But what does that really mean? Because it's good to communicate, messages like this. However, in the banner, it's kind of like there's a time and a place. The banner's not the best place for that. We want your banner to clearly communicate what it is that you do. Because if you watch the beginning of this live stream, I was saying how your channel is like a house and the banner is like the first impression. And we want the banner to communicate what it is that you do. Because similar to, like a house, if people come and visit and they don't know like what value they're going to get for being there, it's like they're going to leave and never come back. So let's really communicate here what it is that you do. And I'll make some suggestions for that the more I'm going through your content, because I'm going to see how all these pieces come together. Hey, my name is Amar. I'm 17 years old. I'm a medical student, an entrepreneur, and a YouTuber who's navigating his way through life, just like you. I love this because it's really relatable. It's relatable, and everybody, it's good to share details about yourself, because when you do, people are going to relate. Because maybe someone looks at this content and they're like, oh, like I used to be a medical student. And that instantly builds an emotional connection. And when there's an emotional connection, when people feel like they have something in common with someone, they're more likely to come back. So you did a really good job, Amar, at communicating this. I want to inspire you to wake up and take action. That you can achieve your craziest dreams, and who knows, maybe start a business too. Sometimes we need help with small things, business improvement. Yeah, so your niche, what it sounds like is self-improvement and just getting better, because I see that you're posting about books and business and productivity. And so I'm seeing like the way I think of like a niche, it's kind of like an umbrella, and there's like different spokes on it, which are kind of like the pillars. And so in your case, I really see the umbrella being like self-improvement or productivity. Both of those can fit really well as the umbrella. And then one pillar is books, another one is business, and I think another one is just general mindset. That's what I really see for you. Amar, I'm seeing links to Instagram, Telegram, and X, which is good, but something I want to encourage for you. Let's just see what we got here. Oh, what's this? Oh, okay, this is Telegram. Got it. Okay, so it's great that you have a community in there. I'm really going to challenge you, Amar, to think about how you can treat this more like a business, because in your about section, you say you're an entrepreneur, you say you talk about business, yet at the same time, I'm not seeing a business attached to this. And so when I was just like you starting out, I was actually posting about self-improvement and books and the environment. And I was this way too. I didn't have any offers. And I really challenged myself to, what did I start with? I started with like a $97 course. I did like a 3-day workshop. I offered one-on-one calls. So I'm going to really challenge you, Amar, to think of what you can offer. And don't overcomplicate it. Maybe you can offer like $97 growth sessions where you get on Zoom with people and you just have a session with them. It's a great place to start for you. And, I see here that you already have close to 1,000 views. And so don't undervalue that. I mean, 1,000 views, 1,000 people, it's a significant amount. And I see you're getting traffic too on Instagram. So there's people who see you, they want to learn from you. And I would encourage you to keep delivering value in your content. And after you do, say, hey, if you found this valuable and you would like me to help you with your situation when it comes to this, I'm offering these growth sessions. There's a link down below where you can join, and I'm going to help you particularly with XYZ. Be really specific with it. And you can just put a link to a checkout page. Don't overcomplicate it. You can even have like a PayPal link just to start out. Maybe further down the line, you could try a platform out like Kajabi. Kajabi is more of an investment, so sometimes it's good just to get some initial sales via like PayPal or Stripe. And then from there, maybe you can build a website once you have more funds, or if you have the funds now, maybe you can offer like a paid community. I have one through Kajabi. That's where I host my paid community. Maybe you could do yours through school, or maybe I'm actually part of a Telegram group that's $97 a month, and they release like course material in there. And, there's a group chat. So there's like a nice community. It's really valuable. And again, I'm just brainstorming with you. Maybe you can offer something like this too, because I really see your attention, Amar. I see your potential, and I see that you obviously know your stuff. You're obviously committed. You're really committed to self-improvement and personal growth. And I see yet that you're open to being entrepreneurial and to having a business, and just taking that next step is going to make a big difference for you. And then this will be more than just a YouTube channel. This will be a thriving business. And I've even had clients who came to me and they had, similar to you, less than 60 subscribers, but they were able to attract a $3,000 paying client. If you want to take that big of a leap, you absolutely can offer this client. It was like if I remember correctly, it was like a 3 or 6 month coaching program, and it was one-on-one that she offered. And somebody bought on YouTube because they were watching her videos and they got to know, like, and trust her. Another thing I'll say about you, Amar, is some of your thumbnails. Some of them are really good. Like this one's really nice, like very visually clear. It's a great title. But some of these, here, let's look at it from this perspective. Like some of these are just like a little bit difficult to read. So this one, for example, like a day at the isn't easy to read because the background colors change. And so whenever you have text, you want the background of it to be solid. Because you see here how like it's not solid behind the word simple. It's like the background's changing, so it makes it harder to read. The word the here is behind a solid background because like the colors aren't changing, but the more that it changes, the harder that it is to read. So I would encourage you to just improve your thumbnails. And to do that, you could use Fiverr and pay like $5 or $10 to get a thumbnail created, or you could just simply go to Canva, and they have a lot of really great templates. And it's a really great place to start. If you just type in, you could get the free version of this just to start if you don't have it already. You could just type in YouTube thumbnail, click on Canva templates. Like some of these, like this one, for example, you see how easy this is to read? Modern thumbnail design, like that's so easy to read. It's nice and big, and even on a mobile, on a small cell phone, this would be easy to read. I would love to see that here for you, just so that you're going to get more views that way. Like it's also going to make you look more professional. Some of these like just look very like dark. Like it looks like you're sitting in the dark. And so like this, where'd it go? There was one of them that was really good. This one like looks well lit. Like it looks like you have like good lighting in your room. But this one like just looks a bit unprofessional because it's just so dark. So I would improve that. I would include more keywords in your titles. Some of them have it. Like the word copywriter is a great keyword. Productivity is a great keyword. This one's good too because it's like a lot of people were searching 2025, like, during the new year. But my edit, notice how this is like one of your lowest performing videos, and like my edit, I have no idea what this video is going to be about. And so why would someone take the risk of wasting 9 minutes of their life for a video that they don't know what it's about? So that's my biggest recommendation for you, Amar. Lastly, you're doing a great job in your community tab. I would just post more often. Maybe run some polls, like whenever you post new videos, like let your community know, because more people watch these posts than you think. And especially when you have a product or service to offer, this is going to be a really great place for you to get some initial sales. Alrighty, Amar, I hope that was helpful. So I don't think you're here live, but I'm going to send you a recording afterwards. And if you want to talk about this even more, then we can get on a call together if you're interested in that type of support. Just let me know. But I hope that was helpful for you. Let me see who I have left. So I have one more sign up. Again, today couldn't be a longer session. I have some more to run to after this. So in the past, many of you know I've done 6 hours, like 6 hours of live streaming and reviewing channels. And it's been very draining. I think after those sessions, I just collapsed. But today's a little bit shorter. So this is going to be the last one that I do. If anyone wants me to review theirs again, I'll probably have another one of these sessions in early February. So you could always use that link to register. But lastly, we have Gilbert. Gilbert. I love the name Gilbert. There was a cartoon when I was younger, and there was a cat named Gilbert. So I think of that. It's a great name. Gilbert the cat. Okay, so Gilbert is in a niche that I've actually helped before. And one of my clients was actually in this niche too, and there's a lot of potential with it. Yet a lot of people in this niche don't fully tap into their potential. And so it's funny, the church that I actually helped was actually called Timothy Christian. And so here you are with the name Timothy in your church. And I just want to point out some things, because a lot of people like underlook this niche, and like they don't fully tap into their potential with it. So one thing I'd recommend is, I'm noticing that we don't have a website here. The last church that I worked with, I really encouraged them to just offer some more resources. And so they made a ton of them. Like they made like these handouts, these books, these guides. They had some like exclusive live streams. What else did they do? There was one other thing. They were also teaching music, like, playing Christian music. So they created guides for that. And I encourage it because that can help you build up an email list. And when you have a bigger email list, well, then guess what? You can notify more people when you're going live, when there's events, like anything else that comes out. For this niche, I'm not always going to say like, oh, you should sell like services, because I know there's some, like not everyone in this niche likes to do that. They see this more as like a way to give back. So if you want to have that discussion, we can. But the last client I helped, they were helping with guitar lessons. They were paid guitar lessons, and it came with like opportunities to perform on their stage and to get like mentored one-on-one with the music playing and the leadership. So if you want to do something like that, you can let me know. But one thing that really strikes me, Gilbert, is that when you submitted your form, you communicated that you help with suicide prevention. But at the same time, like I'm not seeing those videos here. And so I don't know if suicide prevention is like a different endeavor you want to do, or if it's something you want to incorporate here. But if it is, like one of two things needs to happen. One, we need to have like more videos about that topic, and we want to have the keyword in the title. We want to say suicide prevention. Otherwise, we want to have a whole separate channel for that, because the two of them like mixed can just be a bit confusing. So we might need to have a deeper discussion if this is something that you're serious about, because I wish you were in the chat right now. We could have this back and forth discussion, but it's okay. I think what you have so far is really great. I think like with your type of niche, it's good to have these titles, because if somebody missed a session, then they can easily reference the dates, and they can probably even look it up on YouTube and easily come across this. So I think what you're doing here with the church is great. If anything, I would recommend updating the profile photo just because it's a little bit blurry. Maybe we can just have like a symbol, like I don't know if your church has like a logo, or maybe we could just put like the cross and the name of the church on there, because like this here, like it's not as good of a representation. Like I know that this is like the building, but like if I was just looking at your profile photo, like I wouldn't connect this with like a church. You know what I mean? Like you could tell that it's a church, but like at first, like it just looks like a building. So it doesn't really tell us like what this channel is or what it's about. And even the banner, I recommend having like a tagline in there about, what this is. You could even put the name of the church. You could even put in the banner that, you could say something like live sessions, and then you could put every Sunday or every whichever day that you do these streams, these videos, just so that people know what to expect. And then again, if your church has a website, I would put it here, and I would also put a little description just about, like, I'm sure like you have a blurb of the church and what it's all about, and I would add that in the about section here. And then I would also recommend, this is my last recommendation, I recommend that you engage more in your community tab. I'm seeing here that we don't have any posts, but YouTube permits you to make posts, so you can run polls, you could like post images, you can do announcements, and that's a great way to engage the subscribers that you already have. And if you do decide to do something like free handouts, free PDFs to grow your email list, well, then the community tab is a really great place to offer those and to collect emails. So Gilbert, if you want a further discussion about this, let me know. I think if you're really serious about the suicide prevention, it might be needed, because that requires more of a back and forth discussion, but you just let me know, and we can go from there whenever you're ready. But yes, everyone, I covered everybody who registered today. Again, this is a shorter session, but those of you who are listening or who are watching the recording or who already watched, if you are interested in a higher level of support, I do recommend checking out my YouTube Business Bootcamp. There is a link down below, and it looks just like this right here. If you have any questions about it, you can just click here and we can start a WhatsApp conversation. But overall, this program is designed to help you grow your YouTube content and your business strategy to achieve consistent high cash months, all without burnout, sleazy tactics, or sacrificing your values for views and sales. This is really important, and it's something that I really hold to the core of the business, because there's a lot of similar businesses out there, and they encourage their customers to implement certain tactics that sacrifices their values just for sales. So I've literally seen people where they tell them like, oh, in your sales process, like you want to lie, like you want to like make it seem like you're super busy and you're all booked up with clients, and like like they're basically telling them to lie and to be sleazy, and they lie about like their prices. They just tell people, oh yeah, like we're doing next 10 people will get a 10% discount, but in reality they're just letting as many people take advantage of that. And so there's a way to do business ethically, and that's what this boot camp will help you to do. It's an intensive 6-month program so that you get long-term support. We really help you with your results. And what we're really doing is helping you build a business that's in alignment with who you are, and that feels really good. Because I watched over a dozen videos of YouTube entrepreneurs who either completely quit or stepped back for a while. So they took a big break. And all these people had similar things in common. They felt this constant pressure to produce content. They were trying to build sustainable business systems that failed. They were frustrated with ineffective ad spend. They were following bad advice to be inauthentic and sleazy. They were feeling stuck in their niche, burnout from trying to balance YouTube with health and family. They were taking on draining clients and projects that weren't sustainable. They felt exhausted from just the toll of mental health. And they also regretted past content and just dealing with public criticism and negative comments. And so this bootcamp is designed to help you prevent that, and to really help you to build something that's sustainable, fulfilling, and profitable, all aligned with your mission and purpose. This is more than just a course or a cookie cutter strategy. It's an intensive high touch boot camp where you're going to get direct feedback on your content, your strategies, and your systems from me and my team. So how we're going to help you. So we create custom content calendars for you where we do all the heavy lifting with helping you with SEO and titles and thumbnails. This is constantly going to be updated and your creative ideas can still shine through. We just want to have strategic SEO adjustment so that YouTube actually shows it to the right people. We also give feedback. So you can submit any material like scripts, thumbnails, and videos, and we're going to give you feedback to ensure that you're optimized for organic growth. And so we're going to help you through every step of the way. And there's intimate group calls that are not big, 3 to 5 people max. So you're going to get the support that you need. And we also have a group chat where you can ask questions. And we're also going to be guiding you through the 7-part roadmap. And this comes with different video lessons. And you can also submit requests for certain trainings. So this is the roadmap that we're going to guide you through. And this roadmap is meant to be flexible so that you can pivot. And no matter where you are in the journey, just starting out, or if you've done this for a while, you can follow this roadmap to get to your destination. And so we're going to help you reconnect with your core, clarify your dream clients so that you know how to create the right offers and capture aligned leads. And we're going to help you with the content so that you stay consistent and actually attract your dream clients. And then you can close sales with confidence and contribute, onboard, and deliver on your promise. If you want to read about the 7 steps in more detail, just head over to that page. And if you show up to the calls, if you take our recommendations, you are guaranteed to finish with unmatched clarity, a revamped offer suite that springs you into action, aligned content and a funnel already created and published, more reviews from your right audience, a significant increase in qualified leads ready to convert, confidence to close sales with ease and no sleaziness, and overall just a clear action plan for success in 2025. So you're no longer going to be wasting money on ads, spinning your wheels with non-converting content, having frustration, struggling to be seen by dream clients, and spending hours creating videos that don't make you money. These are just some of the ways that me and my students generate income. So you can read through that just so that you see the possibilities. And then I really want you to brainstorm, how are you going to add an additional 5 figures per month to your bottom line? Because it could be as simple as selling maybe 200 affiliates, paying you $50 a month. That can lead to an extra 10K. Maybe 100 members paying you $100 a month for a membership. That could bring in 10K. And so as you can see, there's so many right ways to do this, but there's only one right way that works for you. And that's what we're going to help you to do in the boot camp. On the page, you can check out different testimonials. I love this one. This is one of my favorites because this is Dominique, and she shares in this video how she went from $0 to $10,000 in 3 weeks. And it's really heart-touching because she was a single mom, and she still is a single mom, but she was pregnant and she was expecting a baby in 3 weeks when she invested everything that she had into working with me. And I love it because while most people use their children as a reason why they can't take action, Dominique used her children as a reason why she must take action. And so you can watch the video for yourself where Dominique shares that she made $10,000 in 3 weeks. And this is huge because she even shared with me that in the previous 2 months, which at the time was November and December, her business only generated $2,000 total. And so she went from basically $1,000 a month to $10,000 in 3 weeks. And so this shows the power in getting guidance and support and having the right roadmap. You can read more about these details on the page just to ensure that, it's a good fit for you. And so this is a summary of everything that you're going to get with the gold package. So we have 3 different tiers: silver, gold, and diamond. So with gold, you're going to get the content calendars. You're going to be able to submit material for review. We have group calls twice a month. There's an interactive community chat, 7-part roadmap, and then also 2 additional weekly trainings. And so you can read more about this. The investment for gold is $36.97 for 6 months of support. Now, if you need a flexible payment program, we offer Klarna and Afterpay. And with those programs, this actually brings us down to as little as $188 per month. And this is just a tool. This is just a way that you can get leverage if you need it. If anybody needs, a program, if they're in a tight space, if they want to get some leverage, you can absolutely utilize those programs. We've had clients where they use these programs and, it's like a payment plan, and they've earned money in our program and then they pay off the remaining balance with what they've earned in the program. So anything is possible for you. If you just want a place to start first, Silver is a really great place. That's $97 a month, and that comes with the 7-part roadmap course. So it's a drip style course where every week there's newly recorded lessons, and then it also comes with action tasks so that you actually implement what you learned. And we also have an additional 2 weekly trainings outside the 7-part roadmap, and you can ask questions and you can request certain trainings. So for example, earlier Brian was like, oh, do you have any recommendations for AI tools to make thumbnails? If Brian submitted that question in my program, I would record an additional training, telling you all the AI tools that I know. I would put links down below for free trials. I would give you like a prompt. I would be like, try to generate 2 thumbnails and submit it for feedback, something like that. And if you're at a level where you need like a custom plan, then I encourage you to apply for Diamond. And this is for you if you need any of the following. So if you need one-on-one, a private WhatsApp chat, team training, funnel and website building, if you need help creating a membership, rebranding your channel, setting up YouTube ads, we have a specialist on our team for that, email copywriting, and then video scripting, editing, and uploading. We can help you with all of that. And so you can read more on the site. You can read about our guarantee for the 6-month program and how if you show up to all the calls and follow the steps and don't see measurable progress in your YouTube business within 6 months, we will personally work with you to get back on track because we are 100% committed to your success. And I mean that. This isn't just another group where you're just, one person amongst thousands. And I know that it could be scary to invest in yourself, but I want you to know that I was actually in a similar place as well. I actually first committed to Tony Robbins' Unleash the Power Within, and that was $600. And I didn't overthink it. I just asked the one simple question, will this expand me, and would my best self say yes? And so since the answer was yes, I knew I had to get resourceful to make it happen. And so I went from 17 in my account, and then a few months later, I attracted a $3,000 paying client. And where I am today, I now hit a consistent 20K months. The highest I hit was 50K. I never say that to brag. I actually really do mean it. And you could even look at my Kajabi. we're already at 20K with this. And again, I don't say that to brag, but I just want you to see that I know what I'm doing and I'm here to help you. And I'm not someone who lies and says, oh yeah, I achieved, I make this much, when in reality, I don't. I never want to share that to brag. I just want you to see that you can get similar results too, because if I was able to do it, of course I can help you do it too. And so again, you can read more on the page. You can read more about our clients and the amazing results that they got. Many of these come with a video, so you could even watch different podcast episodes. Many of these are direct screenshots from our community, so you can read these. You can look up these people's channel, like here, like in Dominique's podcast. I put the link to her channel so that you can check it all out, see that this is legit. And if you have any FAQs, check it out here. But if it's not addressed there, then you can always WhatsApp me. You could WhatsApp me or you can email me, whichever you prefer. So yeah, everyone, that's the gist of today. I hope everyone got value from this. If you wanted me to review your channel but I didn't get to it, feel free to register down below still, and I will consider you for the next session. Again, I specifically review those who are focused on business success with their YouTube channel. So they're looking to get leads and sales and to grow their brand. So yeah, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this session, and leave a comment down below letting me know your biggest takeaway, and I will see you for the next session. Thanks, everyone. See you again soon. Bye.